It's official. The news has came out that Tank Davis charges against him for battery has been dropped. A Miami-Dade County court official told us the matter was dismissed on Tuesday, and it's unclear why the officials made the decision. They reached out to the prosecutors and everything else. They don't know why, as far as the case has been dropped. Tank Davis was in jail on July 11th after a victim told the rail police that he hit her during this dispute, which is all allegedly on Father's Day. She claimed Davis was picking up his kids after a verbal agreement. He got physical with her. She told police that he struck her in the back of the head when she tried to retrieve her daughter from the back seat, then slapped her on the right side of her face. Then they say she allegedly, I'm not even gonna read that because we'll have evidence for that. But as far as this whole situation, they said the incident itself was not observed by the police officer who has been called to the scene, eliminating him as a possible witness. The only person who was a witness was the victim's mother to witness the incident. They said she failed to corroborate and failed after being subpoenaed for a pre-file conference Thursday, August 7th. Followed up attempts to contact the witness mother via phone was unsuccessful. This is according to TMZ Sports, and they also had it on Baltimore's Banner News when they reported that they ended up Baltimore. People didn't want to go through with the prosecution. They ended up dropping the case, and this is just a situation that I basically knew that was going to happen. It's not really a lot of details around it. I know they say hearsay, then they're trying to say that the victim had some kind of mark that would have already been put as evidence in a report. So that's not really something that you should be throwing out as far as allegedly or hearsay, because that would have been already in the report from TMZ. So them putting that as allegedly is a red flag. But as far as that whole situation, argument, whatever it was, dispute with him coming to pick up his child, those charges have not been dropped. He already has other legal issues that was going around with that. He's had a situation where he's had the cops called on him and he was innocent in that situation. So in this situation, anybody saying, oh, he's done this and that, can't. I mean, the guy was innocent last time, so I'm not really jumping out there and saying that a guy who got accused by the same girl last time who was innocent, I'm not jumping out nowhere and saying anybody who has done something like that, I think the responsibility just falls on him because he has contact with her and still has contact. And then sometimes you got to have a third party in the situation. But people's mothers and everything else being involved in things, it's just going to have situations happen. But I'm glad his charges have been dropped so he can continue his career. I think his career is in a very delicate situation right now because he hasn't fought that much recently. These are his prime years, and spending them behind bars is definitely not something he needs to be doing. It's not good for promotion, publicity, anything, activity. It's definitely not doing him any good. But, you know, like I said before, he was just chilling at the house the first time and got the police called on him. So I know people are going to look at it like, man, this girl already had this situation. But as far as in this situation, I can't really put nothing on it. I just let the authorities handle their situation. But with Tank Davis, just step into it. I think if he was a lot more active, if he would have had that Lamont Roach fight in June like they said they were going to do, which they should have done, I think the responsibility falls on the promotional company as well, allegedly. Because if Tank Davis would have been fighting in June, he would have been going back and forth with this girl at the house. Or Father's Day situations, whatever that was. So that whole situation, man, it's just around that. A team got to be a team at the end of the day, of all things. If this is the money man, you got to make sure, hey, he always good. Got to make sure his safety, his health, everything has to be in check. Can't be out here just having him in situations. You got to protect him as well, because people can put cases on him regardless, just off of his status. No matter who they are, it could be somebody he doesn't know or knows. So I'm definitely glad this has been dropped. I've had a feeling it would be. I just felt like us hearing the news late made it worse than what it was, because it happened in June, but now with it us knowing the news in what, July, that's where it seemed like, okay, you didn't fight in June because of that, but really that happened in June. So if he would have fought before that, situation probably could have been avoided. But him fighting once a year, it's not a good recipe for Tank Davis. It hasn't been. I don't know why. They have everybody else more active than him, and he's the guy who you would think that needs to be more active than anybody. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm glad this situation has been dropped, and he can proceed with his career and hopefully have a fight lined up very soon. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.